Hello. We've been watching short films on Talking Pictures. It's a Channel 81 if you haven't found it yet. Some show trains, aircraft, cars, and it's quite nostalgic seeing cars that we or our parents had. I have photos of my father with one of his vans that he used for his carpentry and decorating business. Its sign is beautifully painted by him on the side of the van. I remember my brother-in-law's car in Cornwall too. It was the first car I'd ever ridden in, and we went shopping once a week in it to Lostwithiel when I was on holiday. And also we piled in to go to the beach once a week, to Newquay or Loo maybe. And it smelt of leather and was so comfortable. My first car was a little Austin A35. I loved it, although my cello was a tight fit in the back. I was lucky enough to have relatives who had some very top-range cars. An E-Type Jaguar, a Renault Gordini, a Studebaker Hawk, and my brother had a Rolls-Royce. I had a boyfriend who was into motor racing, and I was introduced to Stirling Moss, Graham Hill, and was even offered a ride around the track at Goodwood by Roy Salvadori. I have to admit it was fun being driven in these cars, but as long as I get from A to B nowadays safely, I really don't care. And so nowadays I buy the smallest car possible so I can park in small places. Since the invention of the wheel, transport has gone from strength to strength, a very rapidly changing scene. Some people love to ride old cars, whilst others prefer to have the latest models, and now we're all going electric to stop pollution. And that's the trouble, isn't it? So much progress does have dire consequences, and now the whole world is intent on reducing emissions. God created this amazing world. Over many years we've developed transport from a wheel to bikes, cars, boats, planes, trains, rockets, using God's resources. Invention is a wonderful thing. In the Bible there are so many references to transport. Pharaoh sent wagons for Joseph to bring his family to Egypt. Materials for the tabernacle were brought by horses. Fish were transported by boats, and Paul used ships to cross the seas on his journeys. Because of transport, the world has become more readily accessible, hasn't it? And we certainly couldn't walk all the way to China. We've seen people walking for charities in the last year or so. Eddie Izzard and others have got very sore feet, and dear Captain Tom walked back and forth for the NHS. It is good to walk to keep healthy. Since having a knee operation, I'm more aware of how much I need to be grateful that I can still walk. When we're young, we don't realise the damage we do to our knees. Let's thank God for our ability to walk and run, but also for the variety of transport available for our use, for the wonderful experiences transport has opened up for us, and ask for the grace to use it all wisely and consider the effect that some of it has on the environment. Amen.